You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
This episode is brought to you by Kia's first three-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, if you guys follow me on Twitch, then you most likely have seen that I got a chance to play the day before, and it was tough playing that game at first. I'm trying to think. I did do the episode where I was like, I quote unquote played the day before. And, was more so talking on my experience of not being able to join a game. And then it was either, I can't remember exactly when, but I eventually did get a chance to get into a game. And, I was like, all right, go sit down, play it, see what it's all about and all that. And, the game, I had like an imagination that it was going to be like, if you've seen me play the video game, The Division, like if you've joined my streams or so much as seen videos of me play that game, the one mode that I like playing is the, it might as well be the single player mode, but you can invite, you don't really see like other players and stuff. And even if they were to do some stuff like that in a game where it's like, it's kind of a friendly server where you ain't like, going around shooting and killing just random people that you see and things, I would appreciate the day before so much. But literally the first game, and this is why I did a extra saying that they need an offline mode, but literally the first game that I played, so they had it where I had to go to this, I think it was like a warehouse, and I had to find all this different equipment. I find the equipment, I'm literally going all around this warehouse finding it, and walk outside, immediately get shot and killed by some random player camping. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bruh, how is this fun? How is it that somebody finds joy? It's like, it's one thing if it's one of those games where it's like, if I just join the game or if I go into the lobby, if it's like on some stuff like that, okay, cool. But it's like, fam, if I'm doing a mission, I'm trying to do a mission. I'm not trying to have it where it's like every time when I get into this world, I get shot and killed because they just see me being a random person. I impose no threat to anybody. And that's one thing that I can say is that when I do play games like that, and the one game that I had to say that was very similar to this, the only difference was they didn't have no zombies, was Dark Zone in the Division. So to explain to you guys what Dark Zone is, and then overall compare it to the day before. So Dark Zone is pretty much you go into an area of the map on the Division map. You go into an area of the map, you find all this like different loot that you usually, I think that's how it was set up, where it's like it's loot that you don't usually find outside the map and things. Like you have to be in the Dark Zone map or in the area of that like Dark Zone area and things to find that loot, right? So the times where I've played Dark Zone, I have, came across people where it's like, oh, okay, it's whatever and things. But for the most part, I can say that I don't even think there's ever, it ain't even for the most part. I think it's throughout the times of me playing the Division 1 and the Division 2, I've never went into Dark Zone seeking out a battle with somebody, shooting and killing somebody, trying to take their equipment. My thing is this. If they had it left down to where it was me and another person, like, let's say we just completed or just killed off some boss in the game, right? They dropped, like, the most, like ultra rare weapon in the whole game. Like, there's this one weapon that I really, really want in the Division 2 where it's this light machine gun that it's like you never have to reload it, right? My thing is this. I can see the boss drop it. If somebody else gets to it before me, I'm not going to kill them and be like, oh, well, I really want that gun. No, my thing is this. If I'm slow and can get to it in time, that's something that I am willing to say is that I am slow and I can get to that weapon in time. But I'm not going to ruin somebody else's day, because my thing is this. That person could have been playing the game a lot longer than me. That person could have been putting more hours than me. And that's just something that I don't do. If I'm playing one of those like team deathmatch type games or a free-for-all game, then okay, cool. But other than that, I don't be going around playing games where it's like, yeah, if it's an extraction shooter like Escape from Tarkov or Dark Zone or whatever, it's like, fam, I don't go into those games seeking a battle. I go in there, I find my gear, and I get up out of there, all right? So if there is ever a time where, let's say, if people do see me playing the Division and you see me in Dark Zone, I promise you, you will never, ever have to worry about me taking whatever loot that you found. Take that loot, even if it's the best loot in the whole game. I'm like, bruh, take it, enjoy it, love it, do everything that you possibly can with it, okay, while playing the game. But yeah, that's not me. But the day before, comparing it to that, it's like, yeah, it's pretty much the same exact thing, but with zombies. But I'm like, fam, my thing is this. At least with Dark Zone and the Division, they didn't have it set up where you was doing missions. You just went in there, found gear, got up out of there. I don't want to be in the middle of a mission and then get killed off and I got to do this mission all over again. Fam, when I tell you guys, like the first time I got into a game, when I came so close to completing this mission, literally, I was walking around that whole warehouse trying to find, I can't remember what it was, but anyways, walking around that whole warehouse, all right? And they should have it where it's like, okay, well, if you're doing a mission, yeah, you lose all of your like weapons, like your other loot and things, but the stuff that you found for the mission, you at least get to keep that, something, because I'm like, that to me, that's not fair. That's not fair that it's like I go through all that trouble of finding some stuff just to have it where somebody kills me and they take it and they sell it for whatever and complete the mission. And I'm like, no, you didn't go through what I had to go through. You just went, I'm like, yeah, it's stuff like that where I'm like, nah, bro, the game needs an offline mode. That should be the, like, one thing, because, no, the thing is, besides, like, that, people were struggling to get onto them servers. I was struggling to get on them servers. I seen where others were struggling to get on those servers. Like, that was probably everybody's first experience when playing this game, was that they were struggling to get on the servers. So that's why I'm like, look, bruh, y'all gonna really have to work on that server stuff, whether it's private servers, even if it's on some stuff like that where it's like, it's not, because I know, like, with offline mode, like if it's just a strictly single player, you're the only one in that game, I know it might have that option where I can pause, even if it's not that, but just even if it's on some stuff where it's like, I get to create my own server, and I don't have to worry about others, like, ruining the experience. Like, if I die because it's, me going into a mission thinking, oh, I can, escape these zombies, I could do this, I could do that, and then yeah, I just get caught lacking. But it's like, I'm not trying to have it where it's just every time when I get into a game, everybody looks at me like I'm an enemy, and I'm like, bro, I ain't did nothing to you. That ain't fun. That's why when I had played the Division, it was on rare occasions when I played Dark Zone. And I remember I seen everything that I needed to see when I played Dark Zone in the first Division. After that, when the Division 2 came out, bruh, I think I played Dark Zone one time, maybe twice. Other than that, I don't be playing. I played more of the outside area of the Division where you just run around doing missions and stuff versus, the Dark Zone. I don't care for that. That's one thing that I'm going to let you guys know right now. I do not care for Dark Zone and Division. It's no disrespect to Ubisoft. If the people want to play that, they very well can. Me, on the other hand, and that's like that's the reason why I had to say that I like the Division, is because they at least give you that option where you can play the game by yourself and you don't have to worry about others messing up the experience for you. Because if that was the case, then they had it where it was the same exact. It wasn't Dark Zone wouldn't have been its small little area. No, Dark Zone would have been all across the whole map. And I'm like, fam, that would have not. I still to this day would have been trying to beat those games if that was the case. So I'm like, no, in situations like that where you got missions, nah, bro, you need to have it where people can play the game by themselves so they can get through the missions. And then it's like, all right, maybe, yeah, afterwards, then have it where it's like, a person can get into the servers. But I'm like, fam, while I'm doing a mission, at least have it, okay, even if it's on some stuff where it's like, you have it where it's like, okay, if you just go into the map without doing the missions, then yeah, then you come across people. But if you're doing the missions, that's like Destiny, for an example, when it's like you're doing the missions, they don't have you. I think they did have it where it's like you were around people, but at least those people couldn't kill you. But it's like I'm trying to do a mission, bruh, and I don't think they understand. I'm like, because my thing is this. I feel like that they were trying to make a game along the lines like the Division, and I'm like, fam, if they haven't played the Division, it's like they need to play the Division. Get some examples, get some ideas, because the thing is this: I'm stuck with this game. I can't get my money back. I played beyond the 2-hour mark. I can't get my money back unless Steam does some stuff where they're all like, hey, we don't care how many hours you put into the game. If you want to get your money back, you very well can. But I honestly believe that the company behind this game, that they're working on it. All right. There are some things that they need to change. There are some things that they need to do, but they're working on this game, because if they wasn't, I honestly do feel that Steam probably did contact them, because it wasn't like this was a small game. If for those that don't really know too much about the day before, this game has been getting promoted since 2021. I think I might have a trailer, reaction up of me, reacting to the game. Let me see. Yeah, I had did a video on February 1st of 2021 where I had reacted to the game, and it was the announcement trailer. Then that same year, then they came out with the official gameplay trailer. And then that 2021, and it was October. Then they came out with the release date trailer. And then after that, they came out with some graphics trailers. And then they came out with another official gameplay trailer. And then, then there was like some other trailers and stuff that they did this year. But yeah, like for the past 2 years, they have been promoting this game like crazy. And no, it was like me being a supporter, I was like, look. And because throughout that time, and that's why I had to say, like, I feel that I'm a true, genuine supporter of the game, because I'm like, fam, throughout these 2 years of having it where you guys was delaying the game, having it where you guys was like, what else? Like, people, like, not really telling nobody about the game, people carrying this narrative that the game, it's a fake game, it's not real, it's not gonna release, the developers are scammers, they're this, and this, the game is that, and that, and I'm like, fam, throughout all of that, I still woke up. I actually know the day when that game came out, it was, because no, they said it was coming out at 10. I woke up at 9, turning on my computer, thinking, I don't know why, I was half asleep, thinking that the game was going to come out at 9 o'clock, because I think I did the math in my head, and they showed like a map thing of like when the game was going to come out for people on the West Coast. Yeah, the game came out at 10 a.m., but the thing is this, I woke up early for your guys' game, all right? 10 o'clock hits, I bought your guys' game, downloaded it, came back, played it, and then started dealing with the server issues. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bruh, I am genuinely trying to support your guys' game. But the lack of communication, and I think that's the main issue with with this game, is the lack of communication. It's like you guys didn't even bother to tell nobody what was going on with this game. Because my thing is this. If I know that this game is coming out, I'm not going to be doing like this trailer where it's like, oh yeah, we're, we got like this New York banner thing playing to promote the game and things. Oh, here's official gameplay trailer. Here's this, here's that. I'm going to be honest with people. And I'm gonna be like, bruh, I did not realize like how hard it was to develop this game. Yeah, when this game comes out, it's probably gonna be really buggy, alright? So it's like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, like this game is gonna look a little different from what I showed in the trailers. So I'm like, and that's another thing where it's like, if I'm working on a game, I wanted to show people the process. I feel like that there are some developers where they'll do some stuff like that. Yeah, you might have it where there's other developers where they, want to just kind of keep it a surprise and things. But me, if I don't really know too much or how people are gonna react to this game, I'm gonna be doing Twitch streams. I'm gonna be doing YouTube videos. I'm gonna be doing everything that I possibly can to show people that I am working on this, because people don't even seem to think that these guys have spent, because they said that they spent 5 years working on this game. People don't even think, I swear, every time when these guys come out and say something, everybody always calls them a liar and say, no, that ain't true and this and that. But so they said that they did work on this game for 5 years, and that's why there was like other games that they had stopped production for them because they wanted to pay attention to this game. And I get it, because I remember when Red Dead Redemption 2 was coming out, and I remember hearing stories and news about how much time that they spent working on that game. And I think they said they were putting like over 100 hours a week on working on Red Dead Redemption 2. And when that game came out, it was a solid game. I think the only thing that the game lacks was content, because it was like, they had like some multiplayer missions. They had the main story and things, but I think that was just about it, was just the main story. Because other than that, I was like, I don't think people really, I mean, yeah, there was some, I think, that play multiplayer, but I'm like, I hear more of the campaign in Red Dead Redemption 2 than the multiplayer, because multiplayer didn't really have, compared to like how Grand Theft Auto 5, they came out with heist missions, they came out with all these other different types of DLCs. Meanwhile, with Red Dead Redemption, it was like you didn't really see all that and stuff. So my thing is this, all right? This is my advice to the developers, Mytona, Fantastic. This is what my advice is to you guys. Y'all gonna have to start communicating with people. That needs to be your New Year's resolution. It's like, you can't be antisocial to your fan base. So you are going to have to communicate with people, all right? And you are going to have to do some things that can it can just make the game better for single player users. And because I went on Reddit and I talked about this, right? And I kind of had a feeling people were going to disagree with me and stuff. But my thing is this. I have my mind made up on, how I feel about the game. I'm not going to sit here and read your multi-paragraph response or whatever, because I just know that there'll be people out there where it's like, oh, well, the game shouldn't have, you're giving out these ideas that I'm not hearing none of that, all right? I've had my experience playing with people online, and it sucks. And I'm trying to play the game, and I'm trying to get through missions. I'm not trying to have it where every time I go and play a mission, I gotta worry and look around corners. Yeah, it's the zombies. I'm like, I don't mind. I didn't play enough zombie games to, get through some zombies. But it's like when you add the general public in the game, where it's like, oh, and the thing is this. I understand you guys are trying to give our survival simulation and things. You have to understand, this is a zombie game. There ain't nothing simulating about a zombie game, all right? Zombies, all that stuff. It's fictional, okay? So it's like, yeah, if it's like a realistic thing, like a basketball game, for an example, okay, but it's like at the end of the day, you have to understand that it is gamers that is doing this. If I want to learn some survival stuff, guess what? I will go out in the wilderness and survive. But if I'm gonna sit there and give you guys $40 to play a video game, I'm expecting a video game. I'm not expecting a guide on survival. I'm like, bruh, that's why you got books. That's why you study those types of things. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to play a game. I'm trying to have fun. I'm not trying to have it where every time I play this game, I get stressed out because people don't want to play correctly. And I'm like, that to me, I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, they didn't even come across people like that in The Walking Dead. I'm like, yeah, sometimes they did. But I'm saying Maggie wasn't carrying on like that. Freaking Daryl wasn't carrying on like that. I'm like, Rick and them guys wasn't none of those guys. I'm like, yeah, maybe Negan, the governor, the claimant people and all that. But I'm like, fam, that's why stuff like that should be missions. They should have it where it's like, yeah, you got like the AIs, but it's like either have it where there's a single player mode or have it where it's like a friendly server or something where you're not doing that and screwing up other people. Because I'm like, bruh, I'm trying to play your guys' game. I'm trying to enjoy it. I can't enjoy it when people are out there ruining it for me and stuff. And I'm like, maybe if they go through it enough, then they'll understand. But it's like, yeah, of course, you guys are all sitting around. I'm like, maybe, yeah, a group of friends where it's like, yeah, if it's friends doing that to friends, okay, that's one thing. But if it's like, it's just something about it when it's like with random people and they just ruin that experience. I'm like, that ain't fun, bruh. I'm like, at least with friends, it's like, if you know that that's your guys, because it's like that, it's kind of like, for an example, you welcome a friend into your house, but you ain't gonna welcome a complete stranger into your house, especially if they, you don't really know that person. That person comes off as a little sketchy and things. You see my point? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, guys, you're gonna have it where it's like, accommodate for the people that's actually trying to play the game and get through the game and stuff. But there's gonna be on some stuff where it's like, I can't even get through, like, I have not beat, I think one mission that I beat, and that was to get 3 walkie-talkies, and luckily, I was fortunate enough to not come across nobody. Close calls at some point, but that was like, I've only completed, throughout the few days that this game has been out, I've only completed 1 mission. I should have been halfway through this game. There's other games that I've played where I ain't got, beaten it. Forget halfway through, and I ain't beaten it within these amount of days. And I've only gotten through 1 mission. I'm saying, bro, you guys gonna have to do something for the single player users out there. And then they have like a tag. They have a tag on the game. Hold on for a second. Let me see if this tag is still here. Okay, let's see. Day for Steam. There people are giving it somewhat. Now it's at a mostly negative. I remember when the game came out, it was at a overwhelmingly. Yeah, they got like a tag for this game where it's single player, and I'm like, bruh. If the game is single player, then you guys need to have a single player option. Whether it's like I'm playing on a server and I see people like, or a passive mode or something. I'm saying, but it's like, it kills the fun when I'm trying to play a game and get through the missions. I can't even get through the missions because people want to wait until I'm like halfway through a mission, getting ready to end the mission. And then that's when I think somebody was saying that they were getting ready to extract through the bunker and somebody came up from behind them and killed them. And I'm saying, bro, I'm like, nah, that's not fun, bro. That ain't fun at all. To some people that might be fun, but to everybody that's not fun. All right, you trying to play the game. So anyways, yeah. And that being said, I will talk to y'all later, though. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service. Make sure you follow me across all social media platforms at TMossBoss. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.